msdev draws about 30,000 visitors on average every month, and we see spikes in that over time, especially related to new product launches. As we got close to Windows 7 launch, for example, we saw those numbers spike tremendously. And of those 30,000 viewers, they're coming in to see over 1,300 unique video clips that are hosted on that site that we need to be able to provide to them on demand anytime, day or night.
I'm Ryan Kaneshiro. I'm a developer at Slalom Consulting. Started with WinForms back in the 1.0 days, moved on to web development in the last few years. My role on this project is an oversight role for migrating the different components. I've worked on the existing site, so I'm probably the most familiar with the architecture and setup for everything, so I've got a good sense for where everything is and what needs to be moved. I've been working with Windows Azure for about 2 months now. There were some resources on the web that I used. Just general searches for Windows Azure turned up some good documentation. I guess primarily I asked my coworker Joel for information about getting set up and the necessary components for getting installed. So he was a great resource for that. There's 3 main pieces of content that we're moving over. We've got the videos for each of the events on msdev. There are some images that are used in email demand generation campaigns. And we've also got associated course materials that get uploaded, so zip files with projects or PowerPoint presentations. We are leveraging blob storage in Windows Azure, which is really just a file storage location.
I think the biggest thing with blob storage is the ability to store different types of data, and especially unstructured data, that is essentially the cloud computing version of your file storage, your SAN or your hard disk space. The big difference being that because it's in the cloud, you're not necessarily sure where it's stored, but it's actually pretty well distributed geographically.
msdev has users from all over the world. In order to improve the streaming experience for those users, we enabled the content delivery network on the blob storage account that we have. The way that works is there are servers that are strategically located throughout the world, and the thought there is that somebody that watches a video from another country would get a better streaming experience if they connect to a server that's geographically closer to them.
If somebody's pulling something in New York, they're getting a somewhat local experience, where someone in Beijing or anywhere else in the world really is getting that local experience as well. So you don't have to worry about where it's stored, but you also know that it's being distributed and stored wherever it's being requested.
The videos were all housed on a single server that was in Dallas, I believe, prior to our migration to Windows Azure. We don't have a single point of failure anymore, so if a server goes down, we don't have to worry about our videos being lost. While it did take a little bit of time to upload all 1,300 msdev training videos to blob storage, there are some good cost arguments that can be made. At the Azure pricing of 15 cents a gig per month, it comes out to about $8 a month. I am most looking forward to not having to do any server maintenance on the side. Windows Azure will be nice to take that maintenance role off of me.
Azure really has helped us deliver a world-class experience with minimal downtime and providing a great experience to the partners who are visiting.